Green with Tiffany here, and tonight we're in Santa Monica, California for the Los Angeles premiere of Plastic Paradise. This is a documentary film that focuses on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And if you've never heard of it or you don't know what that is, it is a very large place in the middle of the Pacific Ocean where all marine debris accumulates, mostly of plastic. I've always had an affinity for the ocean growing up in Southern California, which is why the environment is one of the most important things to me. So I'm gonna go watch the movie, and then I'll see you at the after party.
There's a dead bird over there.
This is an average amount of plastic in this chick.
What's happening on Midway is like the canary in the coal mine. That patch of garbage in the Pacific is growing, and right now it's having a huge impact on the species that call Midway home.
Plastics will play as large a role in peace as they do in war.
Every day, we add estrogen-like chemicals to our body through plastics.
We're here with Garrett Clayton, and we just watched Plastic Paradise. What'd you think?
It was a fantastic movie. I love the message.
And are you a surfer, or you have an affinity with the ocean in any way, or?
Well, I mean, I just did Teen Beach movie on Disney Channel. The whole movie takes place around the water, so, I mean, it's kind of like a correlation to come and see a movie, Plastic Paradise, which revolves around, you know, one-use plastic, water bottles and bags, and you don't realize the effect it's having, and to realize that there's just so much debris in the ocean, and for that to go into the birds, into the fish, to know that that's just the toxins it's taking in and that we're going to be eating is really, it's really upsetting, and it's really eye-opening.
And do you find that the youth that you kind of come in contact with are aware of this and want to do something?
Yeah, well, right now they're doing the pledge for, you know, just 2 weeks to see if you can go without using plastics that aren't recycled or things that people are just throwing to waste. So I'm going to pledge for 2 weeks, and I'm doing a thing on my Instagram. And
yeah, right on. High five. Yeah. That's awesome. It's a challenge because I try very hard. I'm very conscious of it. And sometimes they still kind of creep back in.
It's so hard. I didn't even realize we were sitting, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to get a water bottle. I'll get, you know, the cardboard cup. And then at the end, I realized the lid and the straw. And I mean, it's just, you don't think about it when you're doing it, so.
It's a good way to just raise awareness and make you conscious of how much plastic we actually use on a daily basis. Thank you for helping, and we'll see you next time. Hi everyone, we're here with Mark Weistruck, and he is part of the People's Movement that he started. Tell us a little bit about the People's Movement, what it is.
Well, Tiffany, the People's Movement is a mission-based, eco-friendly shoe company that fights against single-use plastics.
So this kind of correlates watching the movie. Have you seen Plastic Paradise before?
I have been in communication with Angela for nearly a year and watching lots of the trailers and trying to discuss how we can work together. So this is the first time I met Angela and the first time I've seen the film. And I'm blown away by her commitment, by her energy, and of course her sense of humor as well. And I think that's the best way to kind of communicate with people.
Absolutely. What do you think an action, something simple that people can do to make changes with their consumption of plastic?
I think it all starts with awareness. So number one is to educate yourself, understand what's happening globally, that the world's literally becoming a plastic wasteland. And then number two, take action. You know, bring a reusable coffee mug. Bring a reusable water container. Refuse single-use plastic bottles of water. Don't use plastic bags. I think it starts with being aware, and then just, you know, make the easy decisions. Refuse single-use plastics whenever possible, and try to tell everybody about it.
And where can we find the People's Movement?
You can go to movement.com, MOVMT.com, and then in about 120 find better to best boutique and retailers like Urban Outfitters and freepeople.com.
Well, have a great night in there. Okay, so now we're here with the lady of the hour. This is Angela's son. She is the filmmaker, and the one behind Plastic Paradise. How did it feel to finally screen it here in LA?
Oh my gosh, it's such a dream because all of my friends have been asking me for the last 7+ years, when are you finally going to bring it here? When can I see it? When can I see it? And so to be able to showcase it to a hometown crowd and so many supporters, it was just amazing.
And I've newly met you, and I was like, when are you going to show it? When are you going to show it? So this all worked out perfectly. Absolutely. This has been a subject that's so close to home. You did such a great job on making it entertaining and then simple enough for everybody to really understand how important this issue is. So I give you kudos for that.
Thank you so much. It's so great to have the support of you guys. I always say it's a we. It's definitely not a me. It's a we that put this together. It takes a village to make this happen, and especially with documentary film, like it's such a labor of love and passion.
For sure. 7 years it took?
About, from inception to actual like finish.
Sexual Relief now, it's done. It's traveling the festival circuit. You have asked people to take action by doing what tonight?
I've been asking people to take a pledge for the next 2 weeks to say no to single-use plastic. And then what we're doing is giving out some swag, but you don't just get swag. I feel like it's funny that like when you go to these types of events and parties that the richer you are, the more free stuff you get. I'm like, what's that all about, right? I'm like, what about me? You gotta earn your swag here. You gotta earn your swag with Plastic Paradise. And so we wanna empower people to like take a step forward personally by giving them a clean canteen and a Chico bag and a cool Prana headband. And we thank our sponsors. Oh my gosh, they're so great. But we want people to go out and take action and physically change it. So to physically take a pledge to refuse for 2 weeks, that's pretty hard. And I hope that people live up to the challenge.
It's definitely a challenge. But what do you think if people just didn't use water bottles, right? Plastic water bottles and plastic bags.
They're the most ubiquitous disposable plastic. Also, packaging is a big one too.
That's hard to keep away from.
Right, and especially when you're traveling, it's definitely hard to avoid certain things, or when you're on sets, or when you're just at stores and you're thirsty, and it's just so easy to grab that disposable bottle. I've literally like been parched and like dehydrated because I was like, no, I cannot take this. I cannot take this. Or I'll try to get like something in glass if I can. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty amazing that we can't really avoid it, but it's little things. I don't think 2 weeks is too much to ask, right?
No, and it's just making a conscious effort, on a daily basis, where before maybe you didn't think about it at all.
Right, definitely. And so hopefully that's the takeaway from this tonight, is that anyone can do it. And I would hope that everyone takes ownership of the film, because it really is everybody's to share. So, and you can host a screening. So if you missed it tonight, you can host a screening and find out on plasticparadisemovie.com.
You hear that? You can host a screening. Now, for the people out there that don't know what single-use plastic is, what is it?
Single-use plastic is stuff that was made to last forever, but also made to be used once. So things like any disposable cups, or those coffee cup lids, or the water bottle is one of the most ubiquitous. But we always alienate and sort of vilify those two items, a plastic bag as well. But there's so many other items, even with shampoo bottles, plastic toothbrushes that are disposable. A lot of those disposable things, even when you travel and you're going to those hotels, just say no to those little hair conditioner things. I know a lot of people like to take them home. You don't need to have these little sample sizes of things. You can, I think it's up to industry to sort of also lead and pave that path as well, to have more concentrate items or bulk items, or just kind of reusing things. But really it starts with refusing things at the first part.
That's a really good one, refusing it. I refuse coffee cup lids. I get my coffee and I always say, no lid, please.
And they look at
me like I'm crazy. How do you bring your own cup? Do they let you use it?
I walk across the street to my local coffee shop.
Oh, the local ones. They know you by name.
They know me by name.
Like Cheers.
Like Cheers. Almond milk latte.
Sweet.
I am guilty.
Well, thank you for making this film and the labor of love you put into it. It definitely shows. And good luck with everything.
Thank you, Tiffany, so much.
You're
welcome. It's so great to have you here.
It's like we're all in the midst of a giant, uncontrolled experiment.
Without your permission, you are being polluted. Is that okay with you?
I'm here with Kenny Lofton, Major League Baseball star. So fantastic that you're here. And I actually just found out that I'm so embarrassed to say this, I'm not very good with sports, and baseball in particular. there's a American League and a National League. Yes?
Yeah, those two teams are playing against each other in the World Series this week, so yes.
Okay. Did I want to admit that? Probably not, but I'm very happy that you're here.
Thank you.
What did you think of the film?
It was great. It's very informational. I learned a lot about plastic, pretty much, and where it goes, and you can understand that people need plastic. Again, we need it, but we don't need it.
Right.
But you got to figure out what you can use it for and what's good for and not good for. And watching the film, it showed me the little things of plastic that you really don't need, you shouldn't use. Wow, so I got to try to figure out what do I take out of my everyday life and what do I keep. It's tough.
Well, that's the best thing is to just bring that awareness. Do you have something in particular that you're like, oh my gosh, that has got to go now?
Well, the plastic, the little small plastic bags, there's a lot of little things you can use for those things, and if you have to get rid of the plastic bags, I don't know what I'm going to do. Little sandwiches, you go in a little Ziploc bags. Everything's a little bag you need. The fruit, you put them in the bag and you go to work with them. A lot of little things you do with plastic. And so whatever you put in a paper bag, it won't work. And you put it in metal, you got to figure out how to put it in a bag.
I have lots of ideas for you, Kenny. Green with Tiffany. Yeah.
Okay, green with Tiffany. I'll find some new ways to do some green stuff with Tiffany.
And what are you working on now?
Well, right now I have a production company called Film Pool, and it's in Burbank. And we have some reality shows that we're putting together and some movie scripts. But I have a full-out editing facility. We do high def, color correction, we do DaVinci Resolve, we do audio mix, we do it all.
Wow, maybe I can use the facility.
There you go, it's called Film Pool. Check it out.
Great, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome.
Tonight with Aaron Taylor. He's the marketing director for Odina Swimwear, and this is Alison Teal, and she does Alison's Adventures, as well as, I love this title, you just on Discovery. What's it called?
Naked and Afraid.
And were you naked and afraid?
Well, right now I'm clothed and very fearless, but at the time, yes, it was a crazy challenge. We were naked on an island for 21 days with nothing.
Get out of town!
Not even a bikini. I would have died for an Odina.
After tan lines, don't worry.
They look like this.
Woo, woo! That is a nice cut.
Yeah.
Did you have anything to do with that?
We help shape every design, but we work with our team girls to get input and make sure that each piece works and functions out in the water, and for other times when she goes to Fiji or the Maldives when she's actually clothed. We just try to make sure that they stay on, and so that she's spending less time naked and more time having fun.
This swimsuit is very versatile for what you do. You can use it in a lot of activities.
Yeah, it's incredible. I actually was very lucky to get to help design this with Odina. I've been kind of in since the ground level. It's amazing. I mean, I've been in triple overhead cloud break, getting called into waves by Kelly Slater, and pretty much lost everything but my bikini on the wave. And so it's just been exciting to see the evolution of, a company that started by really good people. It's a family company, and they surround themselves with good people. They spread a good message.
What are the materials that you use for the swimsuits?
We use 100% recycled nylon. It's like a pre-consumer nylon, excess scraps that the company would normally discard. They grind down and recycle back into fresh nylon, and then that's 100% what our fabric's made from. And we do all the production here locally in Los Angeles. Everything's USA made, even the fabric itself. And yeah, we've sold suits all around the world, and we're just trying to kind of promote something that's active and healthy and doing its part to reduce, overall waste. No matter what, whenever you make something, you're going to have some production waste. Is we can do our part to reduce that as much as possible and empower some beautiful women to do cool stuff around the world, then I think we've done something good as a company.
That's really awesome. And what I love, that fact that it's a swimsuit made out of the recycled nylon, is in the film Plastic Paradise, they showed these fishing nets that were made out of nylon. So it really comes full circle on how the ocean...
Fishnet bra.
Ooh.
Imagine?
No. I don't know how well that would work. That might be for a Maxim shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And we'd need like 5 of us just to get it on you. I like
that. That would be Alison's new adventure. What did you think of the film?
Oh man, it was amazing. I mean, as a filmmaker myself, I have my own adventure series, Alison's Adventures, which I go and inspire kids with similar films. And Oh my gosh, my jaw just dropped open seeing all the graphics, all the statistics, everything she had to pull together. And to be in it, I really loved that Angela had such kind of a natural role in it. And she added humor to something that's so just devastating to watch. All these birds dying and just plastic pretty much taking over our world. So we can make a difference. We really can. I mean, like one bikini at a time, one bracelet at a time. These are made from the scraps. Like nothing goes to waste.
Yeah. One less bag, one less bottle.
I live in a grass shack in Hawaii. We live off all solar power. We run our cars on vegetable oil. It's doable.
So you're already doing it. You're out there, you're doing it, or not doing it, not using it. What are you doing? What do you think of the film?
I thought the film was amazing. Every day I go surfing, I try to pick up at least 3 pieces on the beach. It's like, it's in my own path. Like, why not? Just take a second.
Definitely.
Back in the 60s, before plastic was even about, they didn't have any trouble living then. Why is it just now that plastic has to be a part of every...
Convenience. It's so convenient just to grab something, get a drink in a plastic cup, drink it, throw it away. I mean, literally, I've seen people use something for 4 seconds. It's crazy.
To take it kind of to a step further, I grew up around the world in many primitive cultures. And when I went to do the Discovery Channel show with Naked and Afraid, it took, this is a bit of insider info, it wasn't just a beautiful, pristine island. It took about 2 villages, 3 or 4 days, just to clean an island that's about the size of the island on the poster of the film. And when I saw the piles of trash that they had taken off this island, it was mind-boggling, mind-boggling. That's one island out of thousands of islands in the Maldives. And this is just the Maldives. Think about everywhere else. And I think that stems also from a lack of education on the part of primitive cultures, whereas a banana peel, you throw it, it's just going to disintegrate. But what about, the new kids that are growing up and they get their first Coke can or their first plastic water bottle and they're like, oh, dude, this is cool. And then they throw it away just thinking, they don't know. They don't understand that it's not a banana peel. It's not going to go back to the earth. And so it's not just America. It's everywhere in the world. And I think we really need to get in there to those future generations and be like, what's up, guys? Like, plastic bottle different than banana peel. We can make a difference. We can make a difference.
We can make a difference. Well, thank you guys for making a difference. And take the action. Take the pledge.
Take the pledge.
What a great night and what an inspiring film. I got my swag, a reusable bottle and a reusable bag, encouraging people to take action. And if you'd like to take action and post it, you can go to Twitter, #PPGP2. We'll see you next time on Green with Tiffany.